Thank you everybody for coming to our second series of the series of lectures on the Compass of Zen. We're very fortunate to have our founding teacher, Zen Master Seung Sahn, here to give these talks. Sahn Sunim, as we call him, is the 78th patriarch, dating back to the Buddha. He achieved enlightenment in Korea at the age of 22. He's been teaching in the West for 22 years. I don't know how he stands us, but somehow he does, and we're very happy to have him here. And Sahn Sunim will answer questions. Before he does that, Bridget Duff will give an introductory talk on Hinayana Buddhism. Bridget is a senior Dharma teacher. She's been studying with Sahn Sunim for almost 20 years, and more than 20 years? And is a stalwart member of our sangha, and we're very pleased to have her. So without further ado, thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I was slightly daunted when I was asked to give a talk on Hinayana Buddhism. Many years ago we used to do Dharma teacher young men Chenjins every year, and the last time I heard or talked or did anything about Compass of Zen, which is the booklet you all have here tonight, was when I lived up in Empty Gate Zen Center about 12 or 13 years ago. And consequently my dear friend Sahn Sunim gave me a gigantic book to read, and I have this, and I took notes, and so I was a little bit nervous about it because there was a lot of stuff, many points. And then I was very relieved to hear, after I took many notes on many points yesterday, that basically he went to Sahn Sunim and said I had a concern over this, and Sahn Sunim put it right down to one point and said, just do the bone of it. So I'm gonna try to get to the bone tonight of this.
But the more close, more close. Many people coming. More close. Good. More pull. Good. Good.
Okay. So, getting to the bone, I'm going to have to cut through a little bit of the flesh, but it's an interesting operation. So, okay. In your book on page 3, Hinayana Buddhism has it's divided into three insights. Hinayana Buddhism, there's 3 vehicles to Buddhism, which I think probably some of that was covered last night. There's Hinayana Buddhism, which is sometimes called the lower vehicle, Mahayana Buddhism, which is the middle vehicle, and Zen, or some people call it Vajrayana Buddhism, utmost vehicle. So after doing some intellectual reading here and combined with some practice, I sort of realized that there's really no division between these 3. So lowest is actually highest, and middle is lowest, and so forth and so on. So anyway, first insight we're going to cover tonight is insight into impermanence. So first of all, impermanence is pretty self-explanatory, but it means we have to understand that everything in our body, in our life, in our world, in this universe, everything and nothing is always in a state of flux, changing. Our cells are always changing. The weather is always changing. Our minds are always changing. Everything is always changing, and that's a fact, and that's a truth. Okay? This impermanence, dealing with impermanence, puts us directly in contact with our human suffering immediately, because we don't like impermanence. We spend our whole life as human beings, and I think we are the only species on this planet that does it, trying to avoid the fact of this matter, that everything is in flux and changing and appears and disappears and transforms. We do all manner of things to avoid that. So there's 4 basic sufferings. First 4 basic sufferings that we have as human beings is, our first suffering is birth. Our next suffering is old age, and our third suffering is sickness, and our fourth suffering is death. And then there are 4 more sufferings. So there's a total of 8 sufferings.
Page 4.
Page 4. Birth, old age, sickness, and death. Okay? We get born. Okay? And Zen Sunim tells a little anecdote that in Korean, when a baby makes its first cry, Korean people say, that is a baby yelling, "Save me, save me." So the minute we get born, already we're crying. We're already suffering, we're crying. Then this baby gets older, and it begins to lose its sort of innocence, and it gets a hold of likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes begin to come in, and things begin to really transform, and the next thing you know, we're hitting 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, and we don't like old age, and we do all manner of things also to avoid or to forget about old age. One example of this was last night. My aunt, my mother's sister, came over to my house for dinner. We did a celebration of Christmas together last night, and my aunt is 74 years old, and she has the body of an 18-year-old. Her body is 1,000 times better than mine, and she's had 3 facelifts, and I don't know how many dermal abrasions and how many collagen implants, and she goes to the hairdresser 3 times a week, and she is only 2 years younger than my mother, and she tells everybody that she is 15 years younger than my mother. So she really doesn't like this old age. And as a matter of fact, she even asked my husband if he had an older brother, because she's looking for a boyfriend, and my husband's oldest brother is only 50, I think. So that's my aunt, she doesn't like old age. We look at our face in the mirror, we look at our body, and we are reminded that we're headed towards that ultimate truth, that, we're going to lose the body. And that's kind of daunting. But what's really daunting to us is that we don't know, after we lose this body, what's the story? Is this going to be the ultimate e-ticket ride at Disneyland or what? What's going to happen to us when we die? So all of our suffering comes from this basic fear and this basic avoidance of the truth, which is impermanence. Death. Zen Sunim likes to refer to death, the losing or slowing off of the body, as he says, it's like a rented car. And we go through life, and as we keep going along, and the closer we get to death, the more we don't want to believe that we're going to have to turn this car in. It's not ours. Or the car is just going to break down. The organism is going to break down. And he has a very jolly ending to this story. He says, it's no problem, you get rid of the old car and you get a new car. So that's reincarnation, which maybe we'll get into a little later. So those are the four basic sufferings, okay, that have to do with impermanence. The next next four sufferings are being separated from those you love, being separated from the situation that you like and makes, our convenient situation, our comfortableness, our sense of security, you understand that. That's pretty self-explanatory. And being in the presence of those we don't like and we don't love. Okay? So we all have that experience. We have suffered, every one of us, from not being with who we love and being with things we love and not getting what we want and what we like. And then being in a situation where we have to be with people in situations or in conditions that make us very uncomfortable and very insecure and very angry and very fearful, and sort of access these three poisons we have of anger, desire, and ignorance. Not getting what we desire, we like, let's see, desire is like I like and I want. I really like it and I want it. And anger is I don't like and I don't want it. And ignorance is I don't care. Or I don't know about it and I don't care to know about it. And underneath all three of these, in Buddhism, we're going to do a lot of numbers tonight, 4 sufferings and this number of realms and Eightfold Path, many numbers. There's also in Buddhism, they call 3 poisons, anger, ignorance, desire. And underneath all 3 of these poisons is this I. Okay? And then the last suffering here is this imbalance of the 5 skandhas. And 5 skandhas are let's see. Form, feeling, perception, impulses, and consciousness. Okay. Form, imbalance of form means, an example is I'm overweight and my body doesn't like chocolate or French fries, but I eat a lot of chocolate and French fries, so there's an imbalance between the tongue and the body. The tongue likes it, but the body doesn't like it, so then you get a result. You have a problem, and extenuating problems from that. Feeling is this gets out of balance, our feelings, when we have attachments to these likes and dislikes. Okay. Babies, they only cry if they're hungry, or if they need to be changed, or if they have some physical discomfort. They only cry and have a little fit, and then their mother takes care of them, and then they are okay. They have no attachment and don't hold on to these feelings. But we have an attachment to feelings. We hold on to these feelings. And if we hold on to something for very long, these feelings can actually affect our everything, our whole entire countenance. We lose our energy, and I had a friend who died of cancer several years ago, and she told me right before she died, and she had no investment in lying to me. She says, I know how I got cancer. I got it because I just couldn't let go of my anger. So extreme things like that can happen. Perceptions and impulses. Let's see. This is like when there's an imbalance of consciousness takes place, and sometimes Dae San Sunim says that, like crazy people, if we go crazy, it means there's a split in our consciousness. There's a split in these skandhas. It's sort of, when we say, oh, that guy is cracked, it's not too far off the truth. There is a break in continuity. There's a space. So something of the same matter comes in to fill that void, that empty space of consciousness, and God only knows what that's going to be sometimes. So somebody can be talking to themselves, laughing to themselves, and not even know what they're doing or where they're at. We had a man who showed up at the Zen Center several weeks ago who brought that home to us, and he came into our Dharma room and had handcuffs, and we had 2 very new young students in here by themselves, and he was going to handcuff them, and all kinds of things were going on with this guy, and he said he was the Buddha. Okay, so that kind of thing goes on. That's an imbalance of 5 skandhas can make you crazy, and even normal people who are relatively sane, to a certain extent, experience this imbalance of skandhas, this whole imbalance taking place. For instance, when we were chanting tonight, maybe our mind wasn't on our chanting, it was somewhere else, or we were judging the chanting, we didn't like it, or we thought it was weird, or our mind goes away from what we're doing. And this is just a little taste of an imbalance beginning to take place. If we hold on to that, it can get way out of control, and then we're in very serious trouble, and we have a lot of suffering. So together these 8 sufferings make up the whole realm of suffering for human beings. But if we attain insight into impermanence, then these 8 sufferings don't exist. They can't touch us. Because we understand then that there's a natural order to the universe, there's a natural order to things. And we understand that our mind makes everything. Okay, our mind makes everything. It makes like, it makes dislike, it makes 5 skandhas. Somebody's mind made up, all these words. And that's not good or bad. We make attachment, we make holding on, we make checking and judging, we make all of this stuff, and then we want to know why we're having a hard time. And things are very chaotic. So, if we don't make anything, if we accept the fact of the matter, the naturalness, the truth, that all things, everything is impermanent. It cannot remain the same. We cannot hold on to our body. We can't hold on to our thoughts. We cannot hold anything at all, and yet we try. It's totally endeavoring to hallucinate constantly, to try to hold on to something. It's not its nature to stay. Nothing has that nature to stay. It's impossible. And yet we are forever trying to do it. It's ridiculous. It's sort of a very black comedy. So we don't make anything. Then we don't have any problem with impermanence. Sufferings don't touch us. And how do we not make anything? How do we get insight into impermanence? Dae San Sunim came up with a very brilliant thing. A couple of words, and they're called don't know. Don't know, there's no opposites, no checking, no making, no anything. It has no meaning. Don't know is before thinking. It's clear and pure. And it's not confused, and it's not frightening. It has no meaning. So there's no understanding to back it up. We don't need to understand don't know. And don't know is before thinking, or after thinking, or in between 2 thoughts. It's just, I'm talking, you're listening. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So already, immediately, right now, we already have insight into impermanence. So it's real easy, Okay, next is insight into impurity. And that's on page 4, at the bottom of page 4. Insight into impurity and the 5 human desires. First desire is desire for money, material wealth. Next desire is for sex, desire for fame, desire for food, desire for sleep. So first we look at what is impurity. And I never would have thought of this, but when I was reading all Dae San's commentaries on this, the body never came into my mind, about being impure. Also, mind, thinking's impure. But he said, here's an example. A woman puts on a lot of makeup and beautiful jewelry and beautiful perfume and has a great outfit on, and she thinks she's beautiful. She thinks she's very pure and very right on. But inside her intestines, her stomach is filled with shit and pee and mucus and blood, all this icky, yucky stuff. We all have it, We all have this inside of us. So that's body impurity, Outside, it's like shitting in a gardenia patch, Outside, it's beautiful. It's a perfect flower. And inside, it's a sewer, And so we get very attached. Again, I got to use my aunt, who I love. I'm not putting her down. She's my Buddha, and I love her. But she's such a trip, She's this woman, She really has the jewels and the perfume and the look. And she is 10 years older than Dae Sunim, And she, if you put her next to Sahn Sunim, she's got the mask, and she's got the smell, and she's got the walk and the talk. But there's sort of a sparkle and a youthfulness that's not there, It's not there. She spends a great deal of energy and time trying to keep her beauty and her purity. So that's the impurity of body. And impurity of body, we've all had some experience with body impurity, like sickness. We've all had it to some extent or another. Dae Sunim has tremendous experience with body sickness. Nancy has a lot of experience with body problems. We all have it, And that's impure. But that's thinking. Impure is thinking, We think impure is bad. And again, we want to resist that fact too. We just want to slam the door shut on it. We want the beautiful world with the happy people, with the happy problems and the good smell, We don't want the fact of what is right now. So impurity. Then there's the impurities of mind. And all of us have experience with these five basic desires. Desire for money, sex, fame, food, and sleep. And impurity of mind is created by our attachment to all these five things. Impure simply means not good, not bad. What it simply means is this is just a clear water. If I put shit in this water, it's no longer clear and pure, right? If I put sugar in it, it's no longer clear and pure. It's sugar water or shit water. Or if I put some color in it, it's watercolor, paint. It becomes what you put into it, okay? So this is what we put into our mind, and it's all up to us. We can put in or we can leave it alone. We can practice keeping it clear, or we can just keep indulging with our I, my, me, selfishness and attachments. We can do that. And an example of wanting this money, attachment to money. It's okay to have money. There's nothing wrong with it. It's even okay to be very, very rich and have a lot of money. There's nothing wrong with that either. Where we get into trouble, where it gets impure, it's still pure and clear, being rich. Where we get into trouble is when we are so obsessed and attached, and our whole direction in life is only that, because it fuels this I can get power, I can get this, I can make people love me, I can make people like me, I can get whatever I want, so I can reinforce my false sense of security so I don't have to face the fact I'm going to die and I can't take anything with me. Somebody once said in Alcoholics Anonymous, I think this is a great line, there are no luggage racks on hearses. Okay? You can't take it. Okay, but this, again, is what we do. And we all have done this to some extent or another. We can get crazy over it. Zen students, great teachers, everybody, we can do this, you know. All of us, we do that. So that's money. Sex, you know. Well, I've gotten in so much trouble over sex in my life. I thank the powers that be that, you know, I'm still alive, considering the diseases that are going around these days, you know. We've gotten in trouble with sex. And sex, there's nothing wrong with sex either. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? What's wrong is our attachment to it. What's wrong is our selfishness about it. What's wrong is using it as a tool, as a pawn, as a manipulative resource, as a hurtful resource, as an indiscriminate and unclear resource that no longer becomes a resource. So there's nothing wrong with sex. It's just our attachments to it. Food, this is a great one, and I'm going to tell a little story that Zen Sunim tells about a monk he knew. Food makes strange karma, our attachment to food. Zen Sunim knows a monk in Korea who he has two little notebooks. He puts one in each pocket of his monk's robe. And in one notebook he keeps all the dates and names of everybody who's got a memorial service coming up. And in the other book he keeps all the dates and names of all the birthdays of people over 60 and babies. Okay? And in Korea the tradition is, if you're Buddhist, you have a big ceremony for these two events, and then you have a big feast, gigantic feast with really high-class food. And of course, if you're a Buddhist, any monk or nun can show up to your house or to your thing at the temple, and that you must treat them honorably and invite them in, and they can eat. So this guy he shows up at people's houses whether he knows them or not, and they got to let him in, and he spends all his time, he's a monk, right? And what he does is he spends all his time collecting names and dates, so he can go to a party and eat high-class food 3 times a day, and that's all he does. And he's a monk, so he does not do his monk's job. That's not a monk's job. You know, a monk's job is only for others. This guy is only, you know, on the hungry ghost circuit, maximum. And we all have experience with that, to a lesser or greater degree. We've all experienced this monk. It's not like he's a shitty bad guy and we're perfect. We've all had this experience. I have. You know, I love chocolate in French fries. I'll take a French fry and a chocolate before I'll take a banana. You know, we all, or on the other hand, you can get very self-righteous and say, chocolate and French fries are low class. Only alfalfa sprouts and wheatgrass juice, you know. Only macrobiotics or you're no good, you know, you're less than something. So, and that's food. I can talk a long time about food. I like it. So. Okay. So impurity of mind means we're preoccupied with five desires. And when we are preoccupied with 5 desires, that means it's jammed. The pure glass of water has got so many little twigs and rocks and shit and gems and God knows what shoved into it. All the pure water spills out and you're left dry. Okay, you're left dry. We are preoccupied. It's filling up all the space, the 5 desires. So, how do we get clear water again? Here's the summary. And keep our correct job and correct situation. Well, we return to this pure, clear fountain of pure water that never runs out. Never runs out. It heals all of our ills, all of our sicknesses, heals all of our sufferings. It fills up our glass again. It quenches our thirst, and it's the fountain of don't know. Okay, we return to that source. So, next is insight into non-self. That's page 5. insight into non-self. We have a subheading here, all characteristics of external phenomena. The characteristics of external, what I guess you could call what's outside of us, phenomena. And the characteristics are arising, stability, decline, and dissolution. Okay? Kind of goes back to this thing about impermanence. Okay? So, arising simply means everything, phenomena, appears. Okay? Arises. And then it stays for a little while, stability. And then it begins to decline. And then finally it dissolves. It disappears. Some people may say, well, no, not the Rock of Gibraltar. That's been around for a hell of a long time. Well, if I took thousands of tons of dynamite, I could blow up the Rock of Gibraltar to smithereens. It would disappear. We've had ice ages. We've had all sorts of continental shifts and changes in land and water formations and species on the planet. Probably the planet didn't exist at some time. Probably at some time the sun didn't exist either. So eventually everything disappears, is dissolved. Okay, that's again this reaffirmation and reminder of impermanence. Then the aspects of mind are just exactly the same kind of process. Arising, stability, differentiation, and extinction. So our thoughts, if you ever take a moment to do any sitting meditation or any kind of meditation at all, you'll notice very clearly the process of how the mind works, how thoughts work. They appear, they arise, a thought appears. We're just sitting, okay? We're not doing anything. We don't have to think. We don't have to do a single thing except just sit and breathe and listen and feel. That's it, you know? So something appears, you know. I don't like Judy appears. Then, well, when we have a real strong charge about a like or a dislike, we like to keep the charge charged up. So I don't like Judy can stay around for quite a while, and it can turn into all sorts of obsessions. But eventually, no matter how hard you try, I don't like Judy is going to disappear, because maybe Judy's going to come up behind you and tickle you in the ribs, and then I don't like Judy has changed. And even if Judy doesn't appear, it's still not going to stay there. So we can't hold on to a thought. We cannot hold on to it. Differentiation is like checking and judging, and this like and dislike comes into being again. And then finally, extinction disappears. So, if we have insight into impermanence, which I'm going to give all of us the benefit of the doubt and say we already, right now, have insight into impermanence. And the same thing goes for insight into impurity. We already had some insight into impurity. Then, insight into non-self is not so difficult. It's right there for us. We also have insight into non-self. This means non-self, that Seung Sahn always says, this is sort of a shocking thing to say, but it's one of the best things I've ever heard in my life that's helped me. Human beings don't have any meaning. They have no meaning. You know, I brought a guest here one night to hear Seung Sahn speak many years ago. It could have even been my aunt, I think. It might have been my aunt. But anyway, he said, human beings have no meaning, and she literally went, what? She was offended, you know. So, human beings have no meaning, and we don't have any choice. So, he poses these questions with some answers to them, which is, why do we appear in this world? Why do we appear in this world? No choice. We don't have any choice, okay? Why do we live in this world? Don't know. What's the meaning of my life? Don't know. And when we die, what do we take with us? Nothing. So no choice, don't know, nothing. That's insight into non-self. So the Buddha, at the time when Buddha attained enlightenment in India at that time, Brahmanism had this real strong edict that of the Atman, or the higher self, or the God nature, or something, some higher self. It was really strong, implying that there was something higher, or out there, or beyond, or separate than me at this moment that I have to sort of slouch towards and get to. It's like a goal that I have to achieve. And it's not right now. It's other than what is right now. So the Buddha smashed that whole theory right to smithereens. He came to the realization that there is no self, non-self. He came to the realization that this whole theory and process of self is completely empty. And Sahn Sunim likes to quote the philosopher Descartes, who said, I think, therefore I am. Sure, I think, therefore I am. That means I am, this I is an idea. It's manufactured by thinking. This sense of self is nothing more than just a thought. It's a word, I. And he goes a quantum leap beyond that and asks, and I suggest all of us ask this question and try to answer it while I'm asking it. If you are not thinking, then what are you? Well, I asked my aunt this last night. We got into this discussion. I go, if you're not thinking, what are you? Well, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's still thinking. That's still not it. The thought is not the real thing itself. It's like a photograph. We say tree. Immediately we get an image of a tree in our head. But that's not a real tree. That's just a photograph of a tree. It's an impression. It's not the real thing. It's certainly not becoming or attaining tree. So tree is just a word. It's just an image. Same with I. And this is what we believe in. Absolutely, invincibly, we believe in this I, my, me, mine. Okay? So, insight into non-self. If you're not thinking, then what? Don't know. What are you? Don't know. My friend, who's a Zen student here, she's a very close woman friend of mine, and I went out to dinner several weeks ago. And we got in. I'm almost finished.
Still have many. 1, 2, 3.
How much longer do I have?
Yeah, anytime, no problem. Little rest, mister.
Okay.
Rest.
Yeah. Okay. So, returning to this don't know. Don't know has also no meaning. Okay? It doesn't have any meaning. She said to me, don't know has no meaning for me. It means nothing to me. Which is true. Don't know has no meaning. So, it's a waste of our time to try to figure it out and try to understand it. It's just pure and clear before thinking. Okay, now, cause effect samsara. See what I mean? This is why I was worried. I couldn't fit it into a half hour.
What should we do, sir? Already 30 minutes talking. So.
What?
Well, we already over 30 minutes talking. So.
No problem, no talking.
Okay.
Very quickly.
Quickly, no problem.
Okay.
See,
Cause,
no,
effect,
no.
samsara, primary cause, dependent origination, result. And this all boils down to a good cause leads to a good result, a bad cause leads to a bad result. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Isn't it? Is anybody confused?
No.
You know, well, you can ask him. He's here for questions. Dependent origination. That's page 6. To arise from conditions. To be extinct from conditions. If I exist, that exists. If I cease to exist, that ceases to exist. So, to arise from conditions. Does everybody understand that? No. Okay, to arise from conditions means condition is, we make condition, okay? Cause and effect. What we do right now determines a result, okay? For instance, example of this is, original cause is I take a match, I light it, I strike fire onto it, and that is the original cause. All right, now, condition, I can make a condition with this. I can light incense on the altar and bow and keep a practicing mind, or set the house on fire, okay? So I can make a condition with that, but the primary cause is my hand in striking a match. The result is, if I light incense and bow and practice, I get a good result. I get to put it all down, all attachments, and I get all the insight into impermanence and, you know, all the good, wonderful, happy stuff. So that's the result. If I set fire to the house, I may kill people. It's going to cause a lot of suffering, okay? So that's pretty clear. So arise from conditions means, what does it mean, Seung Sahn? Arise from conditions means?
Right? Condition means make something.
Oh, make something.
Make something, you get something.
Okay.
Okay?
So to be extinct from conditions means don't make anything, then you're not dependent on conditions. You're independent from that. And if I exist, then that exists. That's separate, okay? I am here, you are there. If I doesn't exist, then no separation. Inside, outside become one. Your before thinking mind, my before thinking mind connect. Same mind, okay? When you're drinking water, just drink. You don't need to think, I am drinking this water, separate. The sky is blue, only seeing, okay? So then if I cease to exist, that ceases to exist. No separation. That's just doing, just experiencing, okay? And that's complete. Don't have any suffering in that. Even suffering, you don't have any suffering. 12 links in the chain of dependent origination is, this is like a circle, I understand. And each chain is connected to the one preceding it and after it, and it's dependent. They're all connected to each other. They can't exist independent, okay? So, ignorance, mental formations, consciousness, name and form, the six sense realms, okay? Touch, sensation, desire, clinging, existence, life, old age, suffering, and death. So, I think Seung Sahn was talking about this, how it goes from 1 to 12. But if you take 12 and go all the way backwards, then you've smashed the whole chain. You know, the whole thing of samsara is taken care of. This repetitive cycle and chain is taken care of. Old age, suffering, and death, well, who's old, who's suffering, and who's dying? This I, my, me, self thing again. If you totally perceive and have insight into non-self, then who can suffer, who can die, who can get old? There is no one, no thing. Okay, so that's non-self. Then it goes backwards, like a detonation. It explodes, bang, 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 bang. So without old age, suffering, death, then beyond life, beyond death, beyond existence, clinging, sensation, touch, the six realms, name and form, consciousness, mental formations, ignorance. Okay, so you may think at that point, after you smash the chain, you're a vegetable, but that's not true. You're alive, you're a true human being. How may I help you? You know, you get out of your own way, and then you're like him. I'm getting so nervous. The Four Noble Truths, page 7. Suffering. All things are suffering. That's easy, right? You got that? we agree. All things are suffering. Origination, the 12 links of dependent origination and order. We just did that. Stopping, the 12 links of dependent origination in reverse order. See, we did that. We went backwards. And the path, the Eightfold Path. So now we're down to the Eightfold Path. And this is like a roadmap or a Compass of Zen. These are precepts and whatnot, and adhering to them that are going to help us, remind us to keep practicing all these insights, these 3 insights we've had, because we can have an insight in the next moment. It's very easy to lose it and be a bad boy or a girl again. Okay. So the first one is right views. What is right view? Right view is.
I think we could just go through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right view, right thoughts, right speech, right karma, right life, right practice, right mindfulness, and right meditation. And I guess we will go on to the 3 marks of existence on 8. All compounded things are impermanent. All dharmas are without self-nature. Nirvana is perfect stillness. Okay, and the 3 kinds of practice are sila, which are precepts, our vows, which were kind of the Eightfold Path, that had something to do with it. Samadhi, which is meditation, and prajna, which is wisdom. That's precepts and meditation coming together and functioning. So, I'm happy to see now I hit Mahayana Buddhism, and I'm almost off the hook. So, thank you very much. I'm sorry I took so long.
Very quickly. It's like a jet airplane. Look over there. So, everybody have a question? Any kind of question? Last course, very quickly, this Dhamma talk about very quickly going. So if you are not clear, then please ask me. Okay.
Is it easier for a monk to gain enlightenment and become bodhisattva than someone who is not a monk?
Not monk?
He says, what is easy, get enlightenment, become monk or layperson? Which more easy, get enlightenment?
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Then why
Monk, the non-monk, doesn't matter.
Then why become monk?
Why become monk?
Yes.
You ask monk.
Why become monk?
That's for you.
Thank you.
Very good answer. Okay, more questions? Okay.
Could you speak a little bit more about, Bridget said Eightfold Path, first part is right view.
Yeah.
Right view means put it down any your opinion, your condition. That means we talk about the Four Noble Truths that time. You are already non-self. Non-self, they have no I, my, me. Has no I, my, me, then if you keep this mind, see clear, hear clear, everything clear. So, Eight Noble means see clear, thinking clear, action clear, relation is clear. That's Eight Noble. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Over there.
Can a person hurt himself meditating alone? Can anything happen to a person that's bad?
Sometimes you try meditation yourself. This may be sometimes bad result, some body or mind problem.
Do you need a master or somebody to guide you through meditation?
Teacher necessary?
What kind of meditation? This direction very important. Why do you meditation? Many kind of meditation we are in United States or whole world, many kind of meditation. Christian meditation, Taoism meditation, yoga meditation, divine light meditation, Zen meditation, Hinayana meditation, Mahayana meditation, many kinds of meditation. Headache. Who are you? Who are you? Correct. Keep don't know mind. That's correct meditation. Okay. What am I? Only Dharma. That's correct meditation.
Keep it in your mind.
Huh? Keep in what?
Keep don't know in your mind. You're supposed to repeat.
Don't make mind. Only don't know. Don't make mind. Okay. Don't make only go straight. Don't know. Don't. Who are you? Correct. Keep this mind. Okay. Continue. Okay, more question? Okay.
In the Four Noble Truths, the first truth is all things are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like that's making something. You make suffering, you get suffering.
Yes. You make something, so you have suffering. You don't make anything, no suffering. So that's Hinayana Buddhism talk about the suffering. But Mahayana Buddhism, no suffering. No Four Nobles. That's our make something. So Hinayana Buddhism make something, try something, take away something. That's Hinayana Buddhism. But Mahayana Buddhism don't make anything. There's no problem. That's Mahayana Buddhism. So Mahayana Buddhism begin emptiness and go on this Bodhisattva way, okay? Hinayana Buddhism not emptiness, something here. Inside in impurity, okay? Inside in non-self. This time, begin something. Make something means they make something. Make I me. Make my body. Make my mind. Make my suffering. Then said, don't make anything. Put it down. That is Hinayana Buddhism. Mahayana Buddhism begin emptiness. Already emptiness. You are emptiness. You make something. Yesterday I talked about Descartes said, I think I am. I'm not thinking what. So Hinayana Buddhism made I think I am. That's the beginning, Hinayana Buddhism. Then nothing, okay? But Mahayana Buddhism means I'm not thinking therefore what? Nothing, yeah? Begin nothing. Then through the Bodhisattva action, if you're nothing, so, but if you attain nothing, then attain your truth. Big I. Big I means love and compassion. So, and help other people. That's Mahayana Buddhism. So we are, in the future we talk about. Tomorrow we talk about Mahayana Buddhism, okay? So that's very clear. So we are circle. In the circle, 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 80, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, 360 degrees. Hinayana Buddhism begin 0 degree, pass 90 degree, then attain 180. 180 complete empty. Tomorrow Mahayana Buddhism begin 180, complete empty, then pass 270 degrees, result 360 degrees. 360 degrees is the same as 0 degrees. So 0 degree has I. Mahayana Buddhism also have I. 0 degrees I means a small I. 360 degrees big I. Same point. That's the same point. Okay? Small I, big I, same point. So, around, return to the same point. Okay? A question? Okay. Again?
Do you teach meditation?
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, do you teach meditation?
I teaching
Do
meditation?
you teach? Do you recommend meditation?
Oh, please come Dharma Zen Center.
Come to center?
Yeah.
When?
Teaching you anytime.
Oh.
Zen Center, anytime. 24 hours open. Okay? Alright. More question? Okay.
Don't know mean no interpretation?
I don't know. Don't know means don't know. Don't make anything. Who are you? Who are you? Don't know. Correct. Yeah, you say don't know. Okay, that's good. Correct. That's don't know. So more question? Okay.
Talking of the sentence origination and the cause and effect general law, in the world life we are moving in, all of us, we know that the wrong things or the evil things are easier to get. What is the primary cause that all of us in this world life are in this situation?
What is the primary cause?
Yeah.
Nowadays, human beings get many bad things. He
Hmm.
says, what is primary cause human beings bad?
What is primary cause?
It's because all of us belong like an association that we deserve to be in this type of condition because some deals we before or what?
You make you have everything. Suffering, happiness, everything have. No I, there's nothing. I ask you, have I, no I? That's the point. Have I, suffering, happiness, everything appear. Everybody. No I, no suffering, no happiness.
But what I think I know is that all of us in this world life, we are all in this.
What is world? What is world? You say world. What does it mean world?
This
What this?
this condition in which we think we are, we know we are as much as we
So
are.
you make your world, okay? You make your world. Dog make dog world. Cat make cat world. American people, American world. Oriental people say Oriental world. They make their world. But your world, I disappear, your world disappear. Your world disappear, then suffering also disappear.
But it's not easy.
Not easy.
But the general law is that it's more difficult to get the good things that they.
So come in your practicing. Easy. Very easy. You say difficult. You say easy. So that is the Buddha teaching. All create mind alone. Our mind make everything. Your mind make suffering world possible. You make this world is happiness world is possible. Your mind make everything. Not only your mind, everybody mind make something. So all created by mind alone. Our mind make everything. But if you're checking mind, there's no mind. So that means everything makes something, holding something, then suffering. So we say, put it all down. If you put it all down, they have no mind. They have no mind, then no suffering, no happiness. Then what? Attain truth. Attain correct way. Attain correct life. Have I cannot attain correct life, correct way, correct truth. That's the point. Because this I comes from where? I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am. Okay? I not thinking, therefore what? That's the point.
I was using the plural, we.
What's it?
I was using the plural, first person, we, all of us that are in here.
Don't say oh we. Don't say we, okay? Who are you? Don't know. Go say don't know. Okay? That help you. Only checking, holding cannot help anything. So our practicing means only go say don't know. Try. 10,000 years non-stop. Only go say don't know. Try. 10,000 years non-stop. Not only this life. Okay. That's our direction, our practicing. Okay, your question? No? Okay. Disappeared? No. You have reading, huh?
Oh, I thought about it and I...
All right, no problem. Good. Okay, more question? Any kind of question?
Oh, that's it.
The Dharma is without self-nature. What does that mean?
Huh?
All Dharma have no self-nature.
Yeah.
What is meaning?
What is nature, you know? What is Dharma? Dharma means way, correct way, okay? Way. Way means, Dharma means many kind ways. But we have make something, Dharma is necessary. We don't make anything, Dharma is not necessary. If you make something, you get suffering. Then how take away suffering? Very important, Dharma necessary, Dharma. How take away the suffering? That's the technique, take away suffering. That name is Dharma. If you don't make anything, no suffering, then Dharma is not necessary. Okay? Okay.
Does creating good karma take away suffering?
You say if you make good karma, does this take away suffering?
If you make good karma, then you have your good karma catch you. Good karma tied to you. So don't make good and bad. That's the difference. Although you don't make good action, only good action, try, good mind, good action, good direction, only good. But Buddhism means don't make good and bad. Don't make good and bad. That time, what is your original faith? That's our direction. That's Buddhism direction. Don't make good and bad. That means don't make anything. That time, what are you? What is the correct direction? What is the original faith? That is our direction. Buddhism direction, okay? Our mind make everything. Our mind make opposite world, absolute world, Buddhism world, or Buddha's world, or Bodhisattva world. Make everything. Our mind make everything. So Buddha said, all created by mind alone. Our mind make everything. But you take away your mind, then already you are complete. They had no opposite. Only absolute. Absolute means universe and you always become one. Then when you see, when you hear, when you say everything truth, sky is blue, tree is green, dog barking up, sugar is sweet. The outside and the inside become one. So that also Christian said, I am the way and the truth and the life. Buddhism also take away I, my, me, take away outside, inside, then become absolute. Sky and you become one. Tree and you become one. Everything and become one. That time, when you see, when you hear, when you speak, everything is truth. Sky is blue, tree is green, dog barking, sugar is sweet. That never separate I. I and the truth never separate. Then how correct function truth only help other people. That is, we say, Bodhisattva way. Okay? So, only help other people. Hungry people come give it food, thirsty people come give it drink, suffering people come only help them. That means I and somebody, I and the suffering world never separate. That name we say Bodhisattva way. Bodhisattva way. Okay? Try that. So more questions? Okay.
You say, don't make good, don't make bad. Right? Now, if a person is angry all the time, or if a person is a murderer, or if a person is stealing all the time, and they want to change, they shouldn't say, that's bad, that's good. They should just go straight, don't know, try for 10,000 years, and everything will be all right.
Yes.
Don't try to change.
Somebody steal man or somebody kill many people. Then go straight means only continue kill many people.
Why kill? Why kill?
No. If a person is that way, say a person is angry, and they can't help themselves.
Why angry?
I don't know.
You make something, okay? Put it down. Don't make anything, okay? That's your thinking. Okay?
Okay, but I have bad habits.
What kind of habits?
I have habits that I think are bad. So I shouldn't worry about that?
Yeah, the habit means we say before habit, okay? Before life.
See what?
Before life.
Polite?
Before life, not this life.
Previous life. Okay.
Before life, some kind of do it, then this life, that the habit appear. Habit.
Oh.
One of my students, good face is good, everything is very smart. But his voice cannot sing a song like this kind of voice. That's not this life is a problem. Before life is a problem. Okay?
So what to do about that?
Listen to me. Also, somebody is before life many steal something. So this life, I don't want to steal. But see something, automatically go and go. Very good job. But the bad actions, because somebody want to take, That name is, we say, karma. Before life karma. How change this karma? Everyday practice, strong practice. Strong practice means return to your true self. Your true self and the universal subject become one. That means there has no opposite thinking. There has no good and bad. There has no coming going. Then that take away karma. Any kind of karma, good and bad. Sometimes good karma, sometimes bad karma. Both have a problem. Good karma has a problem, bad karma also a problem. Same as some dust into the eyes. Your eyes, some dust into the eyes pain. Some gold diamond into your eyes, also pain. Yeah? Dust, diamond doesn't matter, pain. Your eyes pain. Into the eyes pain. So saying, our mind make good, make bad, not correct. So don't make good and bad. Only something, do it. When you're doing something, just do it. Then what is that? There has no I, me. Okay? That every moment, do it mind means correct practice. That's very difficult. Moment, do it mind is very difficult because everybody have bad karma, before life karma, this life's karma, control you, always control you. So only do it very difficult. So I talk about if you want to change in your karma, everyday practice is very important. So your home doesn't matter. Coming Zen Center also doesn't matter. But your home very difficult, okay? Have a family, television, radio, friends, wife and husband, children, very difficult. Outside the condition, situation, always control you. But coming Zen Center, then meditation, outside the condition, situation, take away karma very easy. So together practice very important. Not together practice, your center strong, then no problem. Then take away karma very easy also. But that's very difficult. So Zen Center, coming Zen Center. Maybe morning time, or every day one time, or 1 week one time coming up, strong practice. Then your center stronger. Then you can digest your understanding and you control your emotional. Digest your understanding and control emotional, then your center becomes stronger. Then you can control your feeling, your condition, your situation. That's a practice. Okay? Try that. All right. More question? Oh, yes.
Living in this world, a lot of times we have to make plans for the future. Short-term plans, long-term plans, plan for retirement. But then, living from moment to moment, doing that practice, does it mean that we don't think about the future, we don't plan for the future?
What the future? What does it mean, future? What does it mean, past? Future, past is like a dream. Last night got a dream. Okay? Somebody gives me much money. Somebody gives me much diamond. I am very rich. Wake up. There's nothing. Human is the same as that. So we are, wake up. Very important. Wake up means there has no past future. Only we have moment. This moment. Moment means 1 divided by infinite time is moment. This moment is earth is turning. Stop time is moment. Name the moment. Okay? Very, very short time. That moment is exact. But past, present, future, our thinking make past, present, future. Has no past, has no present, has no future. Our thinking make present, past, future. So, if you attain moment, you attain infinite time. You make everything. You make your past, your present, your future possible. That's yours. Okay? So, you must find this, your moment. If you find your moment, then you have your past, your present, your future. In moment, you can find. That's the point. So that name is wake up. Okay? Alright, try it. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not going to help you if you get sick and you have to pay the bill and you try to live in the present moment.
I should say, but maybe somebody becomes sick, then they must pay money to this doctor, then only think about this moment, only living in this moment cannot help them. They must get this money, pay doctor, make plans, something to it.
Yes, moment is very important. So, moment to get money, moment pay money, moment this necessary. So, moment, you have moment that whole world is yours. But if you have no moment, not yours. Even have your house, money, everything, that's not yours. What is yours? I ask you. Your body, that's not yours. Your house, that's not yours. Because time and space are always changing. Changing. When you're home, have dinner, come in here. But when you dinner time, your body all changing. Face, your bone, your hair, all changing already. Moment to moment is so changing. Okay? Everything has name and form. Has name and form, always changing, not exact. Okay? If you attain that point, then inside into non-self. Inside in non-self. If you attain inside into non-self, you attain big I. Universe, and you become big thing. Boom, I. That we say big I. If you attain big I, you can any kind of time, you can time and space cause effect. You can change it possible. Time of the changing possible, space of the changing possible, cause effect also changing possible. You said you can do anything. You cannot attain moment, cannot do anything. That's the point. If you can do anything, you must attain your moment. That's the point. Okay? More question? One more question. All right.
One time through meditation, I stopped my mind.
What kind of meditation?
I concentrated on my breathing.
Concentrate your breathing?
And I made consciousness stop.
Consciousness stop?
And there was breathing. Yeah, there was breathing, but I wasn't doing it. I was in darkness. But I could hear breathing happening, but it wasn't me. What is that? What was that?
You're attached to darkness. You make darkness, that's not correct meditation.
No?
Not correct meditation.
See, that's what I mean. That's why I was asking.
Yes.
You need a teacher to
Correct meditation means I ask you, who are you?
I don't understand.
Don't make I, okay? Only don't know. Only go straight don't know. That's correct meditation. Don't know become clear, attain your true self. Don't know not become clear, cannot attain your true self.
Are you telling me to walk around saying don't know all day long?
All day long, I must only say don't know, don't know, don't know.
What are you?
Don't know means okay. You attach don't know, don't have a problem, okay?
Well, what do you mean by?
So I ask you, who are you?
I don't know.
Who? Don't make I. You don't understand I, okay? Don't know, yeah. Don't know is you. You don't know, okay? You're eating. Don't know is eating. Don't know is talking. Don't know is drive. Don't know have a friend. Don't know is have dream. So you are don't know. Don't know is you.
Now I should remember this all the time.
Don't make I, okay? You don't understand I, only don't know. You are don't know, okay? Keep this mind. Don't know eat, don't know sleep, don't know drive, don't know talking, don't know get money, don't know have something. So I means don't know, okay? So that is a don't know. Meaning is don't know, okay? If you keep this mind, attain don't know, attain don't know. Attain don't know means attain I. Attain I means this I is not desire I. Universe and they become more I. Big I, we say big I. Attain big I. Whole world is yours. Time and space, you can control time and space. That's the point. Wonderful, huh? Try it. Okay, already past 9 o'clock. Yesterday I talked about that. When you're thinking, your mind, my mind is different. When you cut about thinking, then your mind and my mind is the same. Only keep a don't know mind 100%. Only go say don't know. Then this don't know mind means no thinking. No thinking means before thinking. Before thinking is your true self. Your true self is your substance. Then your substance, my substance, this text substance, universal substance, every substance is the same substance. So when you keep don't know mind 100%, don't know. That time already you are universe. Universe is you. You and everything already become one. The name we say primary point. So don't know is not don't know. Don't know is primary point. Primary point. Name is don't know. But somebody say primary point is mind, or Buddha, or God, or nature, or substance, or absolute, or energy, or holy, or consciousness, or everything. But true primary point that no name, no form, because before thinking. Only when you keep don't know mind 100, don't know, that time, you and everything, you and the universe, boom, become one point. That time, the stick and the sound and your mind are they are same or different. If you say same, I hate you. If say different, also hate you. Because same and the different already thinking. We are before thinking. Cut over thinking the before thinking. So if you say same, boom. Different, boom. Then how do you answer? The stick, the sound, and your mind are they are same or different. So that's the point. Even Buddha, even Christ appear cannot open mouth. That's for open mouth. Because your open mouth already big mistake. That's a meditation. Okay? So a long time ago, yesterday I talked about that Lynch Zen Master, any kind of question, what is the Buddha, what is mind, what is Dharma, only shout, ka, shout. So sometimes any kind of question, what is the Buddha, what is the mind, what is the truth, only hit. Guji Zen Master, any kind of question, what is the Buddha, what is Dharma, what is the truth, what is Buddhism, only one finger. So my question is, Doksan's Lynch's cut, Doksan's hit, Guji Zen Master one finger. Those three things are there, same or different. Open mouth, I hate you. That's my homework today. Everybody try homework tomorrow morning. Somebody attain that point. Talk to me, please. Okay. So that means Buddhism means not special. Attain my true self. What am I? Only go say Dharma. Dharma clear? Everything clear. Dharma means already cut about thinking. Cut about thinking, then when you're doing something, just do it 100%. You have family, then 100% love to your wife, 100% take care of your children, 100% get money, 100%. Moment to moment, don't check, moment to moment, inside, outside, become one action. Do it. Okay. That is our practicing, our direction. That means we say, then attain your true self, attain great love, great compassion, great bodhisattva. Then have all beings is possible. That is very important. I hope everybody goes like Dharma. Soon attain your true self, help all beings possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Seung Sahn Sunim, for your wonderful teaching, and thank you, Bridget. Thank you all for coming. We have 4 more lectures, which will be the next 4 days at the same time, same place. Let's see. We have meditation here every day at 5:30 in the morning and at 7 in the evening, and you get meditation instruction. And in our regular schedule, we have a talk every Friday evening at after our 7 o'clock chanting at 7:30. And tomorrow, in the daytime from 9 to 4, in our Sister Zen Center at Huntington Beach, the address is downstairs on their brochures. They're having a one-day sitting with interviews by Jeff Kitz's Jidu Krishnamurti, who is a senior student of Seung Sunim's, and everyone is welcome to join that. And we'll be resuming again tomorrow at 7. And downstairs tonight we'll have some tea. And we need to collect the books, I'm sorry, but we have to collect them. And if anyone would like to make a donation, we have a donation box in back. Thank you all very much for coming.